Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case from Elizabethtown, North Carolina. On the morning of January 20th, 1994, a 51-year-old mother and grandmother was inside her home at 806 Blue Street. She was never seen leaving. Her life was taken inside her home. Investigators reported no signs of forced entry, and nothing appeared to have been stolen. 30 years later, as of the most recent public updates, no one has ever been charged. This is the story of Martha Maxwell. Martha Jane Maxwell was a wife, a mother of 5, and a grandmother. She worked in nursing at a local nursing home and spent much of her life caring for others. Her daughter, Cynthia Cromartie, remembers her mother as sweet, loving, and always willing to help. For the Maxwell family, that Thursday morning began like any other. No one could have known how it would end. It was around 8:45 a.m. when Martha's daughter, Hilda Faye Cromartie, stopped by her mother's house before heading to work. The two spoke briefly. When Hilda Faye said she had to go, Martha responded, "Okay," as her daughter remembers. Before leaving, Hilda Faye gave her mother one final reminder, one to lock the screen door. Hilda Faye sat in her car and watched until she saw her mother lock the door. Then she drove away. It was the last time she saw her mother alive. A few hours later, the call came. Hilda Faye was at work when she was told her mother had been killed. Shortly after noon, Martha's husband, Johnny Maxwell, returned home. Just inside the front door, he found Martha laying on her back. She had been killed by multiple stab wounds, including a wound to her throat. Nothing appeared to be missing from the home. The autopsy showed Martha had defensive wounds on her hands, indicating she fought back. Investigators found evidence of a struggle in the den where items had been knocked over. Based on the scene, several details stood out. There were no signs of forced entry. Martha's jewelry was still on her body, and her credit cards were left behind. Based on that evidence, investigators did not believe this was a random break-in. One theory they've shared is that Martha was getting ready for the day when she heard a knock. They believe she put on a robe and went to answer. According to her family, when Martha saw who was at the door, she unlatched the outer door because she recognized them. Hilda Faye said her mother would not have opened that door for a stranger. Whoever it was, she knew them, Hilda Faye said. She was not going to open that door unless she knew you. Martha Maxwell's death raised urgent questions in Elizabethtown. In a 1994 interview, Police Chief Mike Royston said people were not coming forward. "I believe there is information we haven't been able to find," he said. "It's hard to believe no one knows who killed Martha Maxwell." For Martha's daughter, Mona, that silence may have a simple explanation. She believes the person who took her mother's life was someone the neighbors were used to seeing. Years later, WECT News filed a public records request seeking any search warrants connected to Martha Maxwell's case. The Bladen County Clerk of Superior Court confirmed there were no search warrants on file, including no microfilm records. Former investigators later confirmed they had interviewed multiple people, but never had enough evidence to file charges. The family has acknowledged there were challenges in Martha's marriage, but they have never publicly accused anyone. For decades, they've lived with so many questions without answers. In January of 2021, the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation officially reopened Martha Maxwell's case. Evidence was resubmitted for further forensic review using modern technology. Lieutenant Dwayne Cheshire of the Elizabethtown Police Department said investigators are open to any information. If it gives us something to develop, a lead, or a new avenue to go in, that's what we're more than willing to do, he said. Martha's children have never stopped pushing for justice. Cynthia Cromartie said the family needs closure. Mona said, "If anyone knows anything, please step up. Somebody knows something." In August of 2024, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper announced a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to an arrest and conviction in Martha Maxwell's case. Investigators continue to urge anyone with information to come forward. Martha Maxwell was a mother, a grandmother, a caregiver, and someone who was deeply loved and cherished in her community. Her family continues to seek answers about what happened to her. Anyone with information in the case of Martha Maxwell should contact the Elizabethtown Police Department or the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. That information is listed in the description below. As we close out this episode, remember to share Martha Maxwell's story. For 30 years, her family has been waiting for answers. For updates on this case and others like it, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.